Okay, Reusse Unchained out in the wilderness right now. Or we're gonna hope that the technology gods grace us with 15 or 20 minutes here. But yeah, we've all been kind of ripping on the Twins for a few days. But I was telling these guys on Write That Down today, Pat. All of my ripping stands, but also there's some young players that I'm really intrigued to watch. I mean, Luke Keyshaw hit a bomb last night. You're about to watch our guy. It's Taj, right?
Taj Bradley.
Taj
Taj is
Bradley.
pitching in St. Paul today.
Okay.
You know what? I think they have improved their potential for starting pitching, don't you, Declan? I mean, they have a
Yeah.
few starting pitchers here. They got Taj. They got the other guy who was in the bigs who wasn't pitching good, who pitched a good game in St. Paul the other day. They have given themselves more options for starters, that's for sure. But I don't know. When you do you like? Are you filled with confidence when Justin Topa is out there closing her down? Who did we get rid of today, by the way? Do we know yet to make room for the latest pickup? 31-year-old guy from they picked up from where? Kansas City or where was it?
They claim some of
Kilkee
you.
or
They're
something?
claiming
Yeah.
someone
They
every
just claimed
day.
a Cubs pitcher yesterday. They
They
claimed the
did.
Royals pitcher 2 days ago.
Yeah, I was very worried that Erasmo was going to be the guy that took the fall today. So I was looking to see where they would go, and I was very disappointed that big fat Erasmo didn't get to didn't get to close the game last night. That they had Topa do it, but
Yeah.
Keisha makes a difference. You know, I'm worried about though. I used to think Austin Martin was a big leaguer, but I don't think he is. What do you
His
think?
glove and I don't. He's not a center fielder, which he's
Not a
proven
center
over a
fielder.
couple years. So
Yeah.
is he a corner outfielder long term?
With no power, we don't like corner outfielders with
I
no power,
know.
do we?
Nope.
Oh, Ben Revere
With
for a minute there was slapping it around, but yeah.
yeah, but Ben was a better hitter than this guy. I don't know. I thought he just he had that. They tried to get him to hit home runs, and he hit 210 1 year. So then he went back to playing the small game, and he seems to be a willing lad and a nice fella. But I don't know if he's a big leaguer or not, to say
If
the
you yeah,
least.
if you can't hit for power, but you can kind of get on base, you have to play either center field, shortstop, or second base, right?
Yes. He has played what I think when they got him from Toronto as a
Yeah.
like a top prospect. Wasn't he a shortstop or second base? Wasn't he an
Yeah.
infielder? They thought.
Yeah. He was a middle
So
infielder. Yeah.
yeah, dang it! I keep losing you guys here. I feel sorry. Hey, let me bring up the one thing I wanted to bring up in baseball. I heard this last night as I was watching the end of the Braves Brewers game. They are 44-16 the last 60. The Brewers.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
44-16. How is that possible with that lineup? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. They got the best record in baseball with a $108 million payroll. Did they do anything at the trading deadline? I don't know. Did they
Nope.
bring
Nothing of
anybody in?
substance. No, nothing of
Yeah.
sub. Pat Murphy, man, he's maybe the best manager in the game.
Well, he was the manager of the year last year, and he's doing a better job this year. And I love everything I hear about him. Been married 3 times, crushed the SOB, got fired at Arizona State for being too mean to people, and he's just he's just an old time baseball guy. He had to get one of his buddies to give him a coaching job in the majors because he got run out of college at Arizona State, and now he just sits there. And the other thing about him is he gives those umps a hard time, man. He's leaning on that railing and screaming at them, and I think they're afraid of him. They don't tell him to shut up like they do everybody else.
He also says I saw this on TV a couple days ago. He tucks like a pancake in his back pocket for a mid game snack, and pizza. He'll fold pizza and stick it in his back pocket and take it out and like in the dugout be eating it. And he's serious. Like
Oh,
he's a major character.
oh God, old time low budget coach of he'll eat any food substance that he can get his hands on. Heck, a pizza in your back pocket, you got to know it's not expensive pizza either. It's not it's probably the lowest thing they could get from Domino's or something. I have not heard that story, but I don't know how they're doing it, but it's incredible, and they just go out and get 6, 7 runs and beat the hell out of everybody. The Braves, by the way, who's the flop of the year? The Braves or the Orioles?
Probably the
Oof.
Braves,
Probably
Yeah,
Atlanta. Yeah.
I think they're
because
like
the
got the
Orioles kind of
second
popped
worst
up.
record, and they got the second worst record in the National League. I think the Braves.
Yeah, like 15 under or something, 15 or 16 games under. It's bad.
They thought they were going to be good too, with their new yard and the whole thing, and yeah. And then the Orioles, I still like that club, but their pitching is everybody got hurt. And their pitching's terrible, and they get beat most of the time too. But I look at that all those young players, and I can't figure out why they stink, but they do. So
Pat,
it's been a really
where do you think our guy Rocco fits into all of this? I mean, they've gone in a big direction here. You know, not that they can't be competitive if they keep Pablo and Joe Ryan, they can still be competitive next year. But where does Rocco fit into this equation?
I really think it's what kind of an owner are you going to get? Are you going to get an owner that just investing money and going to let somebody else run it, or are you going to get a guy that's a crazy guy that that wants to be active and wants to, are you going to get Laurie and A-Rod, who want to be active? They helped hire Connolly, so they're not going to run him out and do the basketball thing. But I think I think he's pretty shaky, don't you? I think they're all shaky because of whoever the new owners are going to be. So,
Yeah.
but I really think it helped everybody for their future getting rid of Correa, don't you?
Yeah, that's
If somebody else comes
Plouffe
in,
had some different thoughts on like that he is a great leader. You guys had him on the Twin
oh,
Show yesterday, but I'm with you, Pat. It was 4 years. It didn't work. He's more likely to decline physically quicker than other players his age, and I don't love that they just dumped him for essentially nothing, but I also don't. It had the 4 year window had kind of passed on him. So
so Trevor, though, here, tell me, you guys, I didn't get to watch the podcast. So what was his? I mean, he never dealt with them, so that's what he's hearing from players, that he is a
No,
great leader.
no, he said from his time doing games on TV and being around the clubhouse and talking to Correa and seeing how Correa acted, he thought that he did a marvelous job of sort of being the go between Rocco and management and the clubhouse.
Don't you think that Griffin, the last mark against Griffin Jacks was that he felt the need to bring Carlos Correa in with him when he talked to Rocco after the incident at the mound the other day, that you have to bring in Correa with you to babysit you instead of go in and talk to the manager yourself. When you've been around, Griffin Jacks has been here, what, 3 years, 3.5 years, something like that. And I thought that was really a mark against Griffin Jacks, bringing Correa with him. In fact, and needing Correa to help buffer the conversation. I've been checking on the Rocco Jacks relationship with secondhand, and I don't think it was ever very good. Do you, Declan?
Nope, it was not. It was.
Yeah.
I didn't get the. It really. There was some friction starting with the Otani intentional walk decision. There was some friction there. Rocco was fine with that decision. He said, "I know I made the right decision walking Otani." And then I think the bubbling and boiling over obviously was his last appearance there before the deadline, where he pulls him and Cody Clemens comes in and serves up a 3-run bomb, tagging all those runs to Griffin Jacks.
Well, somebody who's over there and is pretty close says Rocco could never figure out why Griffin Jacks was so insecure with the stuff that he had. That the pitches that he had, the assortment he's had. But then again, you look back, he was pretty damn dominant So insecure or not, he was really good. So has he pitched yet for Tampa? I would imagine he has. I haven't looked. They're
Let's
so
check here. Let's
that's
check him up here.
yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, he goes to a minor league stadium, which must have been a nice little
Yes.
transition for him. But yeah, he's made 2 appearances. In his first appearance against the Dodgers 3 nights ago, he gave up a walk, a hit, and an earned run in a 3-0 loss. And then he came in the 6th inning last night for 1 out, 1 pitch. He got a ground ball
That,
out. That was it.
boy, ever since they were here, and I wrote a tribute column to the way Tampa, these geniuses they have down there, they've stunk.
You
Since they
jinxed them.
came here, and what did the Twins beat them 3 out of 4 or something like that? 2 out of 3, at least 2 out of 3,
Two out of
right?
three.
And they haven't been they've been terrible ever since. They've fallen out of it completely. So although that last wild card, how about the Yankees? 5 in a row. 5 in a row they've lost and on this road trip, and I love listening to their telecast because the negativity is just pouring forth, which you don't get that anywhere else in baseball. The home crews being so confident in themselves, they could. I said this the other day. They could just call them out. They don't have to pull their punches. It's just like when George ran the team, and the half the coverage was what did George have to say after a loss. So,
Yeah,
hey,
they're only a half game up on when the 3rd wild card spot. So they're about to be out of the window if they lose.
oh yeah, they're slipping like crazy. Hey, Judd. How many plays is JJ going to have Saturday?
I think he gets a series. Unless it goes
Just
3 and out, in
one?
which case he might get 2. Yeah, he's not going
What
to get more than
good is
2, I
it?
don't think.
Well, why bother if you know? Why don't you play a quarter?
Oh.
What the hell? You
I think
know?
we're
The Vikings are scrambling Reusse signal.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. We going bad here now on the signal again.
I think
Sorry.
I think that
Sorry.
we'll let you go watch some high level minor league baseball, and we'll
I'll
talk
have
some
a. I'll have
we'll
a.
preview McCarthy on Friday. How about that?
Okay, and I'll have a Taj Bradley update for you too. So, all right.
Love
Excellent.
it.
See you.
Chart the pitches
Goodbye.
for us.
Bye.
All right,
Yep.
there
See
he
you,
is.
Reusse.
Goodbye.
Positive Pat in the house here, going to watch some Twins AAA. We'll see you next time on Reusse Unchained.